Alright, so we're back here. We got one level left to do, and yeah, it's been a while, so I'm just gonna do the same as with the other level, where I guess we'll just go and like... Oh my god, I just tried to sprint, thinking it was a game like that. We'll just check out this level again, just take a look, and then if I can't do it, I'm just gonna look it up. Also, by the way, something I did see when I was looking up stuff earlier, like in the previous episodes, is that apparently, and I find this just kind of weird and unintuitive, apparently when you get 5 crystals, you're supposed to, like, you know, place the 4 crystals, get the seal, and then for some reason you're supposed to assume that the 5th crystal you replace in the same place that you got the seal. Apparently. So you can just shove in the 5th one here, so we're gonna have to go back through like 8 loading screens to put the previous 2 in, so that's fun. I don't really feel like that's communicated very well. But yeah, at least I saw that as well. Or I would not have known, like, I'm assuming once you do that, the like gate under the spinning platform thing is gonna open up. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so this one. So we have a block. This raises this like diagonal platform, and the problem was we needed the block like up here, but then I need to be here. Yeah, so we have to take this. I might not have time now. Let's just like redo what I did last time. I just pressed it twice. Just redo that. Just redo what I did last time, and then we'll like work backwards from there or something. So I can just do it already, I guess, yeah. And then just wait here. But then why do we have this one? Why would I need this platform? Yeah, and I have to get up here. But then the problem was we need the box here. So the box, like, has to come up on this platform, because we can't get the box up here, so I couldn't take it up here. So the only way the box can get up here is from this platform, right? And then we need the box here because I can't record long enough to hold this the entire way. But then, what is this about? Like, why do I need this? I guess it's just if you fall down? I don't know, it seems weird. Like, what purpose could this have for the puzzle? Because it's not like, oh, we need to ferry the box back. I can just press the button and get the box back if I need that. And the box could only go back to here. Yeah, I don't really see why this is even here, other than just, I guess, if you fall down. But then, like, if you fall down, why even have this here? Why not just, like, remove this entire piece of land? And just, like, you know, if you fall down, you just fall and reset the puzzle. Because this just takes us over here. And you would just do that with a recording. Right? Like, I could have the block at this point. Oh god. Okay, well, yeah, exactly. Just fall and the puzzle is just reset anyway. We can't do something where, like, I record doing something with a block for a recording. It's like, pressing this doesn't matter if I'm not up here. Oh god, I reset my position, but the puzzle hasn't been reset, which is kind of weird. I kind of wish it did reset everything. So I guess I can just reset this. But yeah, like, we can't do something with... like, recording from up here... And then waiting with this or something. No. Like, I need to hold that down. And it's not like I can place this box on there at this point. I'm just thinking if we can somehow do something with, like, holding this button down while I take the box up here to place on here. No, that wouldn't work anyway. Yeah, I can't see this being useful, because even if I place the box here, I need the box to get up there. So we can only place the box here, like, from this platform, right? So, yeah, I sent that down. Let's try this again. Yeah, this just seems so weird to me. So can I send the box up here somehow? But then I still need to use the box to get across to here. So we would have to do some, like, weird... I don't understand, because, like, I need the box to get up here as well, so all I can do is record from here, but if I record to jump up there, then I can't, like, drop down and do something at the same time. Unless we, like, record from up here, like, partial recordings. If I, like, record and just place this here and then stop it... Yeah, this... Okay, wait. This might work. Because now I can do a recording, grab this, and then press this button. But then I guess, like, before I grab this, I send it up instead? Does that work? Like that? And then we just send it up right away. Yeah, and that's weird. But, I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, like... Oh, shit. Damn it. The clone, like, thinks that it, picked up a box and then uses it, even though that's not true. I think this might be it, so let's just do that again. I wonder, like, how far away the box has to be for it to, like, not count as picking it up. It's just kind of weird that, like, in that case, I feel like they should never interact with physical objects. If, like, even a teeny tiny, if I just, like, do this or something, like, then they would react with it, right? Like, if I record and just, like, move it over here, but then I just do, like... Then it does pick it up. So there's, like, some amount of vague range where it, like, still feels like it's fine to do the physical thing with a box, but if we move it, like, far enough away, then it'll not be able to do that. Yeah, like, that was far enough away. I don't know, it's just a little bit of a weird, like, discrepancy there. With, like, how the clone interacts with physical things and how it doesn't. That feels strange to me. And yeah, even more so with that puzzle over there, though that apparently was, like, an unintended solution, basically. I mean, it works, and yeah, that's the one I saw, but there is a simpler one that we can take a look at. But yeah, just the fact that, like, physical objects aren't, like, affected like the projection, basically. Like, if we have a solid wall, a door, and I record carrying something through that with the projection, and then we close the door, the projection would walk through, but whatever it's holding would not, because it's physical, which, like, that hasn't really been a thing. But yeah, turns out that isn't really something you need to do, at least not yet, but it's still kind of confusing how it, like, interacts with that, because up until this point, it always felt like, oh, no matter what happens, the projection will carry out exactly the actions that you set for it, like, including everything, like, physical or whatever, and then it just turns out that wasn't true all along. Yeah, another puzzle where you just, like, get back from the end. Alright, I mean, that one worked at least. That one wasn't as bad as it seemed. Especially since you could, like, kind of just process of elimination things. Like, there was only one platform that could... This is still weird, though. I don't see... This is not useful at all. That's really weird, yeah. Why is this even here? Again, like, we didn't need to do anything here to, like, get the box back up here. And, oh, it's just there so that if you fall, you can get back up. But then why? You can just fall down and, like, die and be here anyway, so that wouldn't matter. And you can reset the box here if it's, like, down here. So I don't really see what this piece of land is even doing other than to, like, be a red herring. To, like, make the puzzle seem more complicated and confusing. Like, I would just cut this off right here. I mean, cut this off entirely here, and just have this be, like, a little tiny platform. I feel like that would just work better, and just, like, be more elegant. Now we just get to push the button without having to, like, record first. But yeah, so I mean... I don't even know if I'm, like, done with the game at this point, or how much is left. If there's, like, you know, the secret thing with the 5th crystal, is that, like, an entire new world, or is it just, like, an alternate ending, or... I don't know, we'll see, but... I guess for now, I'm just gonna, like, place the 4, and we'll just, like, leave it at just the seals. And then, I'll have to go back through and we'll see, like, what the change is when you plug in all the other crystals. If we get, like, the bad ending now or something. Yeah, depending on what happens down there, like, under the spinning platform. There might not be much left here. Yeah, I think they could have, like, maybe done this... Like, made this look a little nicer, where if you take the seal, maybe have this thing, like, dematerialize or something, leaving just a normal pedestal for a crystal or something. Some kind of, like, visual tell that, like, hey, you're actually supposed to, like, you know, sure, there's an indentation, but... It doesn't even... Oh! Okay, it does, but it's very subtle. Yeah, I feel like have the outline, like, here to show, hey, you can place something. Maybe even have a, like, e-prompt pop up saying, hey, you can interact with this. Just something to make that, like, a little more clear. Because, yeah, like, that's... I just saw something about someone just being like, how do you know, unlock the door under there? And, yeah, people just said you have to, like, plug in the 5th thing, the 5th crystal, which is weird. Well, yeah, we can go over here. I just wanted to show just the other solution for this one, which does make a lot more sense. Instead of doing that thing where you, like, jump off the platform and, like, phase through the physical platform with the clone, but because the teleporter is physical, it does not pass through. Like, yeah, that does work, and yeah, that's... Again, I didn't, like, look up a guide, I just happened to find, like, a thread about people complaining about some hard puzzles, and that's what they said there, and... Yeah, that sounded ridiculous, but you can just do something a little more simple, and something that, like, makes sense for what you've done in the past. So we just hold this for a little bit. And place this, and then I guess, like, record. Oh no, wait, shit. Record here. And we just pick up the platform, and instead you just, like, hold it, basically. Because as long as we're over here, now I can just hold it, and it'll drop down. crap, I didn't want to drop down. Okay, try this again. So we record here, pick this up, and just, like, hold it, basically. And then I'll just be over here as a ghost. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Record, hold this stupid platform. Just don't fucking fall, goddamn, that's so finicky. And then I just hold this now, because then we move the platforms down. I almost was too late there. So I mean, still pretty finicky in terms of timing, but yeah, now it just like falls down onto this and behaves in kind of a weird floaty manner, but yeah, then we do get that there, and then we can just do the same thing again. Record here for just a tiny amount. And then just take this with me so that we can get up with the box. So, you know, I didn't really need to even do this at this point. But yeah, so that makes a little more sense to me. Still find it a little bit of a finicky puzzle, though. And yeah, like, just falling off with the recording and all the, like, extremely precise timings and stuff. But at least that trick of, like, just stand over there, because when you call back the platform, like... I mean, again, it's like, it's precise because you might have that idea to think that that is what you have to do with the solution, but if you're just a tiny bit too late, the platform coming down is just gonna, like, bump the platform, the teleporter, out of the hands of the ghost, and just place it down at the bottom, which would be extremely easy to interpret as just like, oh, that's the wrong solution. It doesn't work that way, like... I don't know. It's, again, one of those things where, like, I feel like once you see the solution... Same with this one, honestly. Like, yeah, once you see the solution, it all makes sense. It's not, like, a completely outlandish solution. It's just getting to that solution. Just making the assumptions that, oh, if we make the assumption that I hold this for the full duration of a recording, by the time I get here and hold this with a box or whatever it was, or, no, a second recording... It'll just magically line up so both of these platforms happen to be, like, an exact phase so that you can drop off. Like, what you have to do isn't weird, it's just... You don't get the, like, clarity to make those assumptions correctly, in my opinion. I feel like it just really needed to be... I don't know, like, you needed a better, like, overview of some of these puzzles so you could more clearly understand what the hell is going on and... what it's asking you to do, and yeah, it doesn't help that there are some, like, unintended solutions that feel super jank, but still work. I mean, really just that one. Oh god, yeah, maybe we don't have time for whatever ending is here at this point. Kind of took longer than I expected. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Like, I'm gonna make a backup when I'm back here, before we head into the main pyramid, and then I assume we get, like, an ending, and then, yeah, maybe we'll do one final episode where I check out, like, what's under here, because, yeah, this is still not open, because I guess I haven't placed the 5th crystals. And again, I don't know if there's gonna be just, like, an amazing MacGuffin that we then take up here, and congrats, you get the good ending, or if there's, like, more to the game at this point. And then if there's, like, some achievements I didn't get, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so let me just make a backup here quick. Alright, so yeah, let's just see what the bad ending is, I guess. Hi, Dad. I guess he would have been here, like, all along. Oh.
Awa, this is it. The biggest mystery of ancient Egypt.
Would this have happened if I came back here
there is no
before the end?
After we insert the final
I might have needed to check that.
You are ready.
Even though it takes a while to get back. Oh no, it takes so long to get back. Can you even get back? I forget, like, was there? I don't think there is a way back. Yeah, okay. From the final pyramid, I don't believe there is a way back until you're, like, done, right? And you have the seal, because when you have the seal, the teleporter is activated, and I don't believe you can actually get back without the teleporter. So yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to get here. The snake. Now what is this amazing secret the ancients had to hide? Just some, like, verdant fields? A place where they lived? Or boundless treasure? Or infinite power crystals? Also, you've kind of done fucking nothing to deserve this, Dad. I think this is all me. I deserve all of this, not you. I wonder if you can actually decipher what the door says there, if it's like a substitution cipher or something. Oh? Okay. When it was one island, I thought, oh shit, maybe it's, you know, a section we have to play? But no. It's just a utopian city, I guess, yeah. I mean, great, I suppose. Are we just gonna live there now, or what? We're just kind of intruding upon their paradise? Gonna take our, like, shitty human problems to them? This is loud. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what the extra thing is. But my god, this game has been very hit or miss for me. I have to turn down my... Holy shit, this is loud. Okay, this game needs better audio mixing, by the way. It's, like... I don't understand how someone could possibly think that, like, the voices being, like, this be whispering that you can barely even hear. And then you just have the music just fucking blast your ears off. Like, how is it that hard to just do some basic audio mixing? Yeah, it's weird. This game is like... Parts of it are so incredibly well polished. Like, I love the way it looks. It runs like a dream once you do that, like, trick with the .ini files to uncap the frame rate, which should be a default option. Like, the options in the game are extremely limited and should have been expanded upon for sure. But otherwise, yeah, it runs well, the mechanics work well, like, it's definitely a polished game and experience overall. It's just, yeah, for me, when they try to make difficult puzzles, it just doesn't quite work. It doesn't feel sensible or intuitive. It's just so, like, incredibly finicky. Some of these, half the puzzles were fine, half the puzzles were just kind of stupid. Also, the game is very short, gotta be honest. Like, for the price they're asking, I do think this is a very short game. Again, I feel like this game needs to be expanded to be way more gradual. Like, many more puzzles per section, many more gradual difficulty increases that would then teach you about things. Like, I was gonna say, I mean, obviously you didn't need to do that thing where, like, your projection passed through the platform, but the teleporter did not. But you could have had that be a puzzle, and then just make sure you tutorialize that by having a different puzzle earlier, where, yeah, you do have to, like, take a teleporter through a door that you're holding open for your clone or something, and you're like, oh, I'll just do that, that's super simple. But then you have to do something else while that's going on, so you run and do that, and then because the door is closed, the teleporter doesn't go through, but the clone does, and that would, like, explain that whole mechanic. I feel like you can do stuff with that, and yeah, it's just a lot of these recording mechanics and the quirks and all of that could have just been expanded upon and explained in a much more gradual, sensible way. So overall, it just ended up feeling a little, like, disjointed and, like, not really full, not really, like, a proper full experience. But yeah, I mean, props for the programming. Again, like, no bugs that I could see, which is pretty impressive. I didn't really run into, like, many... I think it was just a couple, but, like, not really many bugs, not really many, like, overlooked exploits or anything like that. That's very impressive for a tiny indie game. I mean, all games in general have tons of oversights and bugs and things. That's just, like, a natural thing. Is gonna just, like, quit now? Yeah, just back to the main menu. So, on that front, I definitely think they, like, polished it extremely well. Yeah, I just think it's one of those things where, like, my mind just doesn't work in the same way as the developers, which causes a lot of, like, weird friction at random points, where, like, they didn't really seem to have anticipated that someone wouldn't think in this or that way, you know, to compare it to something like The Witness, for example, which obviously draws some inspiration from, especially with the, like, art style and stuff. It feels like The Witness, you know, one of the best things about the puzzle design in The Witness is that there are so many puzzles that are so gradual, and each one will just change out one little tiny piece just to basically be a gotcha moment. If you're thinking in manner A and you solve the first puzzle and you're like, oh, cool, that's how it works, then they just switch something up so that manner A doesn't work anymore, and then you try to do that and you're like, wait, that's not how it works? Then why did the first one get solved? And then you solve the next puzzle, you try out some different thing, and you're like, okay, but if I think in this way, does that work on the previous puzzle too? And it does, and so on. So you, like, you get this feeling of always being, like, told, don't think that way, think this way instead, like, kind of leading you by your own, like, mental errors. And I feel like the game needed a little more of that, like, obviously not to the level of The Witness, but just more things where, like, they had puzzles that were designed to challenge, like, assumptions about this recording mechanic and the physical objects versus the clone and what you can and can't do, so that if you fall into some of these, like, mental dead ends or traps, you could be, like, brought out of them with more clever puzzle design and more puzzles in general. So yeah, just left feeling a little lukewarm on this one. Especially considering the, like, €18 price tag, which, yeah, for a game this short, is, for me, a little steep. But I guess there's sales and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off there, and we'll do one final episode, however long that is. Might just be a 5-10 minute thing. I mean, it's gonna be more, because I have to run all the way back to all these places. But we'll see what the secret thing is all about. I'll see you then.